It's Sunday, and I'm Bob. It means it's time for another episode of Bob's Smokin' Sundays, and today on the program we are talking fall. We're talking fall food, fun, and football. One of my favorite things to do when I was younger was to get the guys together. We'd watch Monday Night Football, and on Mondays the easiest thing to do was to order a pizza. Well, in the time that it takes to use your phone to either call or use an app to order a pizza, I can fire up the grill, we can get a pizza on, and we can have a nice, delicious, grilled, wood-fired pizza in less time than it would take to have delivery. So let's show you what we did and make some pizza. Let's get cooking. So today I'm going to use a chimney full, my large chimney, and also a chimney full here in my small chimney. So our charcoal is warming up. We've got about maybe 5 minutes or so before we put it in the grill. While we're doing that, we're going to get our pizza dough ready. So we're just going to kind of pat this out a little bit. And then what I want to do is kind of make a crust divot here so you can tell where the crust part is. I just use my finger and kind of go around the outside. So you can see that there. We just want to kind of expand that a little bit. Some people do this. Now this is where my microphone battery died, so a little voiceover for you. I'm going to take that dough, I'm going to hit it against my fist, but I'm going to rotate it as I do it. Now the fun part, we get to toss it up in the air. I'm going to make sure you have fists underneath and not open fingers so that you don't poke a hole in it. If it's too small, just toss it again a few more times. We'll get that set out on our board so we can get our toppings on it. And then we're going to put our pizza stone right in the middle here. Let me just make a quick note. The dough that I'm using is from a pizza shop here called Dewey's. They sell their pizza dough in balls just by itself. You could use a refrigerated dough. You could use a dough that was, bought at a store. You could make a homemade dough. You could even use like the crusts that are already pre-made. If you're using a refrigerated dough, you want to make sure that you pull that out of the fridge at least a half an hour before you start to form it or roll it out or toss it or whatever, because the gluten in it kind of holds tight when it's cold. Once it gets closer to room temperature, it kind of relaxes and it'll hold its shape. Otherwise, you'll start to roll it out and then it'll start to contract. We're going to add sauce. Now, you can use whatever kind of sauce you like. I like LaRosa's sauce. I also many times will take and I will just take pizza sauce that is just a generic brand, and I will doctor it up a little bit, add a little salt, pepper, sugar, garlic, and some Italian herbs. So one of these guys helps a lot. This is called a spoodle. It's a spoon and a ladle, kind of made for making pizzas. Try to put a nice even coating of pizza sauce on there. Next, cheese. I use a half provolone, half mozzarella. You could use mozzarella, you could use pizza blend, whatever. You just want to sprinkle that on. The beauty of this is you can make whatever kind of pizza you like. If you like anchovies, you throw that on there. If you like just cheese, just make it cheese. And pepperoni. This is pepperoni from Deli. I like it because it curls up when it cooks. And then the last thing I do is add a little bit of this Pinsy's pizza spice. It's got some oregano, some basil and whatnot in there. I just grab a pinch of it and just kind of sprinkle it on the top here. It's a little windy out here, so it kind of flies everywhere. Our Weber is up about 400 to 450 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. There we go. Careful. Could be hot. And then we are taking our pizza. We've got it on some parchment paper. It's easier sometimes to do that. I'm just going to put that parchment paper right on the grill. We're going to close that up. We're going to cook it for about 5 minutes or so. See how the cheese is melted. And then we'll take that, once that crust gets set a little bit, the cheese and the pepperoni are cooking. We'll take that parchment paper out and then it'll cook directly on the stone. It's been about 5 minutes or so. We're going to open this up and see. Oh yeah, we can see that crust is starting to rise. So what we're going to do, we're able to just take this. I'm going to flip this around so that we're on just the cooking stone. We're going to let that go another 5 minutes or so. Right, so it's been about 15 minutes total. We'll go ahead and look at our pizza here. We've got a nice dark crust. Use our pizza peel. We're going to take it off. Nice and melted cheese. Let's take a look at the bottom of our crust here. Not too bad. A little dark, but it'll do. Grab a piece here and take a bite. That's good. Crust is real crispy on the bottom. Everything is cooked and melted. Well, there you have it. We had about 25 minutes of getting the charcoal ready. While we were getting our charcoal ready, we were making our pizza. We got our pizza on in about 15 minutes. Got delicious, delicious pizza. All right, so I understand that not everybody has the ability or the time to make a homemade pizza. So you could take one that's frozen. This is kind of your everyday run-of-the-mill, let's say it's not delivery type of frozen pizza. We can do the almost exact same thing that we did with our homemade pizza on the Weber as well. So we're just going to open this guy up, and you just kind of want to rearrange your pepperoni. Got it on our pizza stone. We're just going to take that, set it right there. Now our grill's at 400 degrees, which is actually the recommended temperature if you were to cook it inside. It says 18 to 21 minutes on the box, so we're going to check it in about 10 minutes, see how it's doing. We may need to rotate it. So it's been about 10 minutes. We're going to open this up and see. Oh yeah, the pizza is starting to rise a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and grab that. We're just going to take it, turn it a quarter of the way. As we're doing this, I'm going to kind of peek at the underneath. It looks good. We're not burning anything there. So we've turned it. We're going to go ahead and let it go for another 10 minutes or so. So it's been about 23 minutes since we put our pizza on. We're going to go ahead and open this lid here. And I think we've got some pretty good pizza perfection here. The crust is getting nice and golden brown. The cheese is golden brown around the edge. It's all melted in the middle. Looks like everything is cooked. So we're going to go ahead and take that off. Put that right there. Going to go ahead and take a taste bite. I mean, this thing looks like you would have just cooked it in the oven. Oh yeah, that's definitely good. You can find me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So click like, click subscribe, follow me. You know what I always say, good barbecue isn't that hard. It just takes a little time. Well, good pizza on the grill isn't all that hard. It just takes a little time. So until next time, thanks for watching.